It's crazy how many hi-fi brands are located in Germany, where I live. And ELAC is well known over the world not only for speakers, but also for amplifiers, electronics and turntables. On my channel we review already one bookshelf speaker from ELAC, the entry-level series, the Debut line, review available in descriptions. If you are looking for a great home theater speaker that is also highly affordable, I really suggest to take a look about it. But today we are moving to the reference series and I will take you to discover this Uni-Fi UBR62 reference series. So let's do it. Available in two different finishes, the Uni-Fi Reference series, like most of ELAC speaker, is suitable for home theater or just two-channel stereo system. The UBR62 is a three-way type bookshelf speakers with a front bass reflex and was designed by Andrew Jones, an incredibly brilliant loudspeaker designer that worked in the past for KF, Pioneer, TAD and now Mobile Fidelity. The UBR62 mounts a 6.5 inch or 165mm woofer, and we can find a beautiful aluminum cone that at first sight didn't look like aluminum, but it is. Aluminum, aluminium, aluminum. Then we find a coaxial driver with a 4-inch midrange, also in alu, and a 1-inch soft dome tweeter. Specs are also really interesting. 41 Hz, 35 kHz, frequency response, 6 ohm nominal impedance and 85 decibel of sensitivity. And as we'll see later, having a good amp will really make a difference. The MDF cabinet look not only solid but is really well made. Detail quality are impressive for the price range. That's the Mid-East quality that I'm looking for, because yes, it's designed in Germany but is produced in the Mid-East. And unlike the last bookshelf speaker that we reviewed, the Technics C600, where I was really disappointed with the construction's quality, I couldn't spot any single imperfections on the UBR62. ELAC, well done. And I really like this front small bass reflex port. It looks modern, beautiful round edges that combined with the double color finish make it beautiful, unique and really elegant. And in the end it features also a great quality BM binding post that is really similar to the Sonetto line that we will compare it later in this video. I start my test with my Rotel A11 Tribute, also review available in descriptions, placing the speaker 1 meter distant from the back wall and 2 meters from the side wall. And I didn't have any problem to get immediately a strong center imaging and a good soundstage. Then I keep playing with the left-right channels, distance and toe-in to achieve a better soundstage. And still conserving a beautiful center imaging, it looks like the ELAC is react really good to any speaker placement. I had really any problem to set up this speaker. Maybe they have a great off-axis response, it could be. Unfortunately, paid with the Rotel A11 never impressed me in terms of musicality. So I switched it to the Project Maya S3, review also available in descriptions, and bang, magic happened. I got details and a clean sound musicality that I was looking for, but I had to keep the listening sections at a moderate volumes. As far as I remember, the Maya S3 has only 40 watt. At high volumes I encountered some amp clipping, especially when I was playing classic like organs music, where you have to move really so much the woofer, or in some transient in piano music tracks. So I decided to switch to the Cambridge Audio CX81, this time with enough power to let the ELAC shines at high volumes without any hesitations. In terms of musicality I still prefer the Project, but definitely this speaker requires good power, so I suggest at least 80 watts. And with the Cambridge, really interesting, we will review it also very soon. If I did it already, I will let it in descriptions. I had to play a little bit more with the toe-in, because the Cambridge CX81, it's projecting voices and instruments slightly on your face, but playing with the speaker positions you can really achieve, of course, at your taste, what you are looking for. Timbre balance is really what impressed me from this speaker. When I tested the Debut series, I recommended like a great speaker for home theater, but for 2 channels it didn't impress me so much. It was, in my opinion, of course, like a little bit in timbre's accuracy, especially on vocals, but not this time. So yes, I was really happy to find that the UBR62 presents a coherence in the vocal and instruments timbre. The UBR62 leans slightly from the warm side of the frequency spectrum, especially when we speak about vocals and midrange that are reproduced with body presence and the right amount of emotion. Extremely pleasant without extra textures or fully of air, but never congested or distant. I think balance is the right word for describe these speakers. I try any single music genre, but I start always with jazz, because you know guys that I love it. And on sax, trumpet, drums, bass all sound realistic, smooth and pleasant, so I really enjoy it. I didn't notice extra emphasizations on airs around and on sax and trumpet, but they are smooth, and something that at least for me is really important is never fatigue. I really suggest to take a look of this new album from Ezra Collective that I really enjoyed on the UBR62. Great vibe, rhythm, percussions that are never congested, and you can focus on every instrument. Regarding difference between male voices and female voices, I found that female voices were shining on this speaker, reproduced correctly, beautiful, but some male voices are probably slightly, just a little bit warm and nasals. Not all, just few of them, especially if not paired with the right amplifier, something that I noticed for example with the Cambridge, that in my opinion is slightly too warm for the ELAC. So matching this speaker with an amplifier that is not too much warm on the mid bass and lower mid range could make difference. Bass is punchy, it has impact and a great textures for the price range. Is never aggressive and will give you a lot of fun. Able to handle the tracks with the explosive impact, and I didn't notice to really need any subwoofer, but if you like it, I can understand it. Is the most accurate bass that I hear from a bookshelf speakers? Probably not, but under 1 grand? Probably yes. Moving on classic piano, the UBR62 present a good articulations, and listening for orchestra music, I generally prefer floor standing speaker because they have more impact, right, and body and presence. But with these bookshelf speakers I got at least a good imaging, able to let space between instruments that were never closer together. I noticed also that on piano, to avoid some harsh and distortions on high transient dynamic, is, at least I suggest, this is my opinions, to have at least a amplifier with 80 watt of power. Moving on, treble cymbals sounds delicate, never aggressive and with a good textures. It's a treble that is extended but composed, never bright or forwarded, not relatively airy, and I noticed it, as I told you, on brass instruments, but also in vocals that at least they are never rolled off or too busy. It's a speaker that is able to disappear and never call the attentions on it, something that I really appreciate. About comparison, I compare it with the Technics C600 review available in descriptions, we already reviewed it, and I have to say that the ELAC, it has a better timbre, is more balanced, and at least is never fatigue. Technics C600, that is in my opinion a really interesting speaker. I found it fatigue, but probably only because I didn't manage yet to match it with a probably correct amplifier, maybe a vacuum tube. This could be something interesting. Compared to the Sonetto 1, that is still my reference under 2K, I was really surprised to see actually how closer was the UBR62 in terms of balance and timbre accuracy. Yes, the Sonetto has more articulations, details, it's more airy, less warm on bass, and a slightly more nuance on the top, that make it a superior speaker if compared with the UBR62, but looking also at the retail price, there is a gap of 600 euro, 600 bucks, something like that. That is not small. And I can definitely say that the ELAC always kept pace with an high-end standard performance. Just take a look of the sound demo test that I will let in descriptions. In the end, what you are hearing is your headphones, but it's interesting to see the difference between the speaker. And to manage to have these natural sounds without equalizations, I really had to work on this setup with a professional's company. So we did a great job, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about it. And this type of video, I can't monetize it, so please take in considerations to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. So in the end, I can really recommend the UBR62. Not only is comfortable with any kind of music genre, but it has a beautiful look that combines it with a great construction quality, make it a premium product with still an affordable price. And really, I don't know if you can ask more for this price range. From the audio is everything. I hope you enjoyed the video review. Peace.